All right. I want to turn that down just a little bit. That's good. I don't see it. All right. What's up? Good morning, y'all. Today is Tuesday, May the 12th. Welcome to the show.
Morning, guys.
Start you guys off with a little bit of FOMO. You see on the screen here, two winning trades already this morning, pre-market. On the right side here, you see how we have NASDAQ pulled up. Good signal called by our AI at 8:30, and right now through it hit TP1 the first time at 8:40, still kind of climbing right there right now. So stop loss at break even right now. So either way, that's a risk-free trade there. There's the confluence breakdowns of why it was a good trade. If you look at the contributor section, fourth section down. That's one cool thing about our tool as well, is that we're not just giving you firing these little signals up and down. We're telling you the intelligence around that signal and why it's there, right? So, yeah. So on the right side of the screen, you see right now TP1 winner with break even for risk-free trade on NASDAQ, and then on Bitcoin, just an absolute banger there. Same thing, good signal. We'll look at the confluence breakdown there just by hovering over our signal. Let me slide that over so you guys can see it there, actually. So yeah, you see the confluence signal, or the confluence is there over hovering the signal. Good looking trade coming off London low and a demand zone, which is also drawn out by our tool. And it called it as well at 725, hit TP1 in 15 minutes, and then hit TP2 about 15 minutes later. So 30-minute trade there, banger on Bitcoin and on NASDAQ this morning. So yeah, two winners right there on the screen. And then Steve, I know, was looking at some signals from this morning and throughout the night that maybe he wants to throw out a couple. Just overall, some pretty good signals.
Yeah, I was just looking back at the London session, starting with ES here.
Let me pull up ES here for everybody. All right.
Now, ES technically, had you followed the app's signal to a T, would have been a loss. But, the way we do it, we kind of use discretion here, especially when we start approaching TP1. And it did hover around TP1 within 2 ticks of TP1. They made several attempts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 attempts at TP1, and knowing us, me and Tim, we would have been out at one of those attempts. We would have taken some partials at TP1 and moved our stop to break even.
For sure.
So we'll call that a scratch trade, but looked pretty good. NASDAQ, last signal we have on NASDAQ was this data signal. We had some CPI data at 8:30 today, and right off that data, it gave us a signal, and looks like we're still in it right now. It's already hit TP1, so technically it's a risk-free trade, and we'll see if this one gets to TP2. What else happened overnight? Looks like, I mean,
now Russ and Dow.
What's that?
Russ and Dow had some good action, right?
Yeah, I'm moving on to Russ now and seeing what happened overnight at the London session. Looks like Russell as well hit a TP1, did not quite get to TP2. After it hit TP1, it kind of just consolidated for the rest of the morning for several hours, actually, up until that 8:30 data candle, which took out everybody. It took out the buyer in the market. It took out your stop. If you're a seller in the market, it took out your stop.
That candle made new high, took out that one candle, swept highs and lows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. We used to talk about this huge wick on this candle here, y'all. All the way down here through to the bottom of this, what created this demand zone, actually, and then all the way up here to central pivot. That's crazy.
And then once again, keep it with the London theme, the Dow.
Let me pull up Dow here on the main screen.
Dow had a pretty good London. Gave us one signal, hit TP2. It was a poor signal though, so not sure if we would have taken it or not, but it did its thing though. It hit TP2.
For some reason, I am not seeing. Let me refresh my back there. I am not seeing. I'm not seeing that Dow signal.
I'm on the Dow mini, and I see your charts on the micro. It might be slightly different with the micro.
Oh, I'm on the micro instead of yeah. That's my bad. Let me go for the minis here. There we go. I might need to refresh my my trading view
You
anyway
might do
too.
the settings or something.
Yeah, and possibly. Yeah, let me check them real quick. Actually, while we have it right here, my trading view is it's also been open for like now weeks straight without being closed.
All right.
What you guys see on the screen here is our settings for our tool, Outflow KLPAI, latest version.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
6 per row. Let's set that to 1.
Here.
Right up there. Scroll back up. Are we on the
Yeah, right there, ticks per row.
Yeah, you got it at 1.
Yeah, that was high. Okay. Let's look back.
Look back
Yeah,
to 3. That looks
yeah,
pretty
I think it's good. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I probably, like I said, I have had TradingView open for some time. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's up there, but we'll see. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead. So Dow.
Yeah, no, so Dow, yeah, it gave us a winner.
Where would you let me point out the candle? What time did that one call? Since I don't have the signal on my screen.
This was at 3:10 in the morning, our time.
Oh, overnight, London session.
London session, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it back here. My bad.
Back.
I was looking at the wrong time. Oh yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Nothing wrong. Oh yeah, beautiful. I mean, it's poor signal, but man,
yeah,
like that looks like a pretty good entry for a long right there to me.
Yeah.
But hey, it called it poor, and it bang TP2.
Yeah.
So 3:10 a.m. to let's say another 30-minute trade.
Well,
TP2
let's look
winner.
at why I called it poor. Let's look at our confluences.
Figure
it out. So it closed above. It broke through London lows, closed above London lows, closed above prior week highs. Those are positive confluences. The negative confluences on the wrong side of VWAP.
Yeah.
It was under VWAP. And we were inside at the moment. I know you don't see it now because our volume profile is constantly updating, but we were inside a high volume node near POC as well. So at the time it was, in a choppy area.
Yeah.
So that's why I graded it poor.
And can you see when I have the Confluence, I have our Confluence sort of dashboard, our AI dashboard there up on the screen. How's it? You seen it okay there?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Slid it over off the cameras.
Yep.
All right. But yeah, so great call off of our AI this London session this morning. Remember, we were just talking about London session yesterday too, and it's worth it, man. If you
we focus.
If you can make it work with your schedule.
Yep. We focus primarily on the New York session, but as you can see, for you overnight traders, for our international traders, it works. London sessions, Asia sessions.
For sure. So winners on Dow and Russ, winner on ES, even though technically loser, but it's one of those ones we talked about yesterday with our Russell trade where you have to use key levels. So the AI is going to give you its stop loss and its take profit levels based on what you input is your risk level and so on, right? So it's going to do that very mathematically and methodically. But let's just say, like, perfect example, let's just pretend that on this chart we're seeing right here, if this was, let's say TP1 right here. So TP1 is set at 49,738. Let's imagine that this EMA or VWAP were also right there in that same area, maybe 49,737 or 36 or something like that. That's a perfect example of a time where you may consider, I'm not saying do it, but you may consider sliding your TP to match that key level, especially if it's just a negligible amount, right? Don't be a dick for a tick. Just slide it. But yeah, so this is a good example of that. Let's slide back over to ES. See what ES is looking like right now. Kind of just moving on down. You see the 21 EMA just floating its way down there. Give it a second for our AI to load. We'll look at ES and NQ, and then we'll start looking at inside versus outside days. We got about close to 20 minutes left before market open, and we'll kind of figure out which markets we're looking at, which levels we can look at based on being inside or outside, right?
I think ES is.
So you want to start with ES?
Day. I believe it's still an inside day. Let's check that.
Yeah, let's start with ES. And this is something we would do, like if you're using our signal as part of our strategies, and it's really just a smart thing to do, generally speaking, regardless of your strategy. But is we look, is it an inside or an outside day? And here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about right here. So these are you see where I'm on the 1 day up here. I'm on the 1 day. So each one of these candles is 1 day's time frame, right? Over here on the right is 5 minutes, for example. These are 1 day. That's 1 day, 1 day. So this is today, right now. This is the active candle for today, right? This green candle to the left is yesterday's candle. See the top of today's candle, the bottom of today's candle. They're both inside the range of that huge wick there, right? Which is not surprising with a wick like that there's going to be a lot of inside day action.
Yeah.
So, which is going to be kind of interesting to see play out. But it doesn't matter. Say this bottom wick was a little, even if only one was outside of it and one was in, it's still an outside day. So it's basically if the high or the low is outside of the range of the previous day's high and low. So that's simple. And if it is for a perfect example, and I'm just going to do it a little bit, I'm going to just show on the 5 minute at the same time so they can see side by side exactly how we look at these levels. So you look to the left on your, pull that down a little bit more. There we go. Look to the left, you got your daily chart for ES. To the right, we have our 5 minute chart that we would enter trades on, right? So we look to here, we already know that this is an inside day. Price today is inside yesterday's range. So automatically, that means that these are on the table. So the R3 and this S3 level. If this was an outside day, meaning like for example, yesterday was an outside day, you see how that candle is just way outside the previous day's candle? That would mean that you have to wait for these more extreme levels. So up here at R4, way down here at S4. So that's what we do. We look at each market. Is it inside or outside day? And that tells us which levels we can trade off of. Now, I will say this, the last thing I'll say about it, even on inside days, doesn't mean take everything in that area, right? It just means you just be watching the momentum, watching price action. But it just tells you that those are on the board, right? So it's just based on whether the market's going to kind of break out, break down, or if it's just going to range. So it's two different sort of strategies for rangy days versus breakout days. Yeah, so that's inside, outside day. So ES now we know. So now moving forward, we'll just run through them all, see what's inside, what's outside, and know what we're looking at as far as trades. So ES here clearly inside still. What do we want to look at next?
Let's go on NQ.
NQ next.
NQ, I believe NQ is an outside day, which it is, yep.
NQ already an outside day. And again, I'll just really quickly just show you guys the difference though. You just got done looking at ES. See where today's price is, or today's candle is. It's already outside of the range of yesterday's candle. So that's an outside day, which means those these levels here. Sorry, where are they? Oh yeah, way up here. So these levels here, the R3s and the S3s are out of range, out of play. All right.
We got next Russell.
Russell, let's look at Russell. Russell, man, Russell, if you guys have been with us this week, and even last week too, the last couple of days, Russell's been looking really strong lately for us.
Inside for sure.
Yep, inside day, absolutely inside day. On the 1 day, which means it means that S3 levels will be on the table. Let's make sure you guys see what I'm seeing there. So blow it up a little bit. See today's Russell price, definitely within yesterday's range. So S3.
Russell is one of these situations where we've already hit our S3 signal earlier, what is that, during London session, and it's been chopping around at S3.
Good call.
Since 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So even if our market open, I'm probably not interested in any calls off the S3 level. I'd probably want to see stretch down here to
and look how it's running
to
too.
S4. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Oh, that's the 1 day anyway. Sorry. Yeah, on the Russell. Yeah, 5 minutes. So, golly, that candle just looks crazy on Russell.
Yeah.
All right. So you see here on the right side, that's what we're just looking at. I was pulling it up. So I had Russell on the daily. So we see inside day means inside of the price from the day before, which means we can trade these levels, but will not, just because, as Steve said, if we go back, scroll back to overnight, you see we got this good signal off of our AI at what time is that? 3:10 a.m. and hit TP1. Oh no, did we look at this one already? Yeah. Did we? Okay, yeah. There at 3:30. So Russell would not be looking for another S3 trade. What Steve was just saying. Let's let it go ahead and come down. So even though inside day that level is in play technically by the strategy, but that's where you just use context and kind of just read a little bit between the lines there.
And the app did it correctly did its thing by not calling anymore
It did not, yeah.
S3 plays where it could have called one right here after the data candle that little shift upwards. It could have probably called one right there, but
yeah,
correctly did it.
And then it gave us this market shift. So you guys were talking yesterday. So this is not part of the signals, meaning we don't enter off of it, but you see this this little right above my cursor, this little sort of shadowed out triangle. That is part of our AI, and that's just letting you know that there's a market shift happening. So it's kind of like a start watching kind of thing, right? Now, we talked about this last couple of days. It's not how we use it. It's not how it was intended to be used. But for scalpers, if you're into scalping and you want to kind of expand into that outside of just this key level and structure stuff, then they do seem to produce some pretty decent little moves down, right?
Yeah.
And but they're just detecting market shifts. But as you guys know, like for example, looking over here on Russell, you see there was a market shift down here. Probably going to ignore that one, right? Why? Because you see this just climbing up, right? So you see this climbing up, you see a market shift, probably avoiding that market shift if you're a scalper, right?
Now, if you're
waiting for this one right here,
exactly. If you want to, if you want to be a friend of the trend, wait for it to shift back to bullish and take that.
Yeah. So off using a market shift, look, no signal down here, but the market shift let you know that it was happening. Straight banger up there. Market shift. Now, where I could have used this, where you scalpers could have used this in our tool is, so boom, you enter on this market shift candle right here. As you can make sure you guys can't see that there. Okay, so you enter on this market shift candle right here. All right. And then you use this market shift candle up here as your stop to get out. You see that market shift happening, get out. You're a scalper anyway. You probably shouldn't be in it that long. All right. Now, granted, this is a daily chart, but same would apply if this was on any chart. And then you're looking for this one, and this one, even the second one looks good. You got the market shift, and it came down there right by
continuation.
Yeah. So just another little thing, man, that we kind of look at and been talking about is how the market shift sort of alerts could be used by scalpers for sure. Not really what we do, but be interesting to see how it plays out. If any of you guys do that, let us know for sure. All right, Russell, the Dow. We looked at Dow, right? Let's take gold. You want to pop up gold and oil? Gold first. Gold outside already. So gold and also went outside day. You see prices already outside, made it already outside of yesterday's range here. So let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute. All right, give it a second to load. You guys coming into, we appreciate you guys if you're coming in. We're just joining. We've already kind of just doing a quick market recap. Showed a couple winning trades from this morning as well as overnight during London session off of our Alpha Flow Trader KLPAI signals. And right now we're just kind of going through each instrument that we trade and just looking at our daily charts to see if price is inside day or outside day, the previous, and then we of course move over to the 5-minute.
What we got going on with gold? I guess,
on gold kind of came down. It's been kind of basing. Yeah.
I see what it's so if we do detect a market shift upwards here, since we already wiped the S4, it will produce a signal. What time is it? 9:20. It's probably gonna produce it right at market open. So
yeah, be careful.
A little bit.
Yeah. And those are ones too. And you guys, everybody has different opinions on that. And it just depends on how you trade, but on whether or not you just ride trades into market open. Not a huge fan of it myself. I did it yesterday, actually, on an ES trade, but it was at that point it was already a TP1 break even. right? And then that big opening candle came and hit TP2 immediately. So, but typically don't like to be in there when it's opening up like that.
It's just sweet. One positive that it has going for it is that previous candle did sweep London lows and our S4 uh, support line.
Yep. Yeah.
And
So
so if it does continuous trend upwards, those are that right there is pretty good positive confluence
yeah, and
coming
so
off a London low sweep at market open.
so you see here this orange area here, it's a low volume node. So this orange, this in the middle, and this orange here is part of our volume session profile tool. What you see here, the lines, the different colored lines. So the greens, of course, are always our support and resistance. That's just going to always be the 3 reds and the 3 greens below. But you see a few others here. So, for example, when he said this candle was great because it wicked S4 as well as London low, or Asia low. Is that Asia or London?
That's London. Scroll over to the left a little bit, and you'll see the London.
Yeah, sorry, there's a tab there. Yeah, so the London low. My bad. So nice and labeled too, so you don't have to always. If you forget your colors, we're going to be labeled for you. So it is a good candle. It took out both that London low as well as S4, and it's actually booming right now. So probably going to miss this one.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that. Look at that. We got about, I guess, 7 minutes to market open or so. Guys in the chat, we appreciate you guys, man. Let's get some likes in here. If you guys can, just tap the screen. Let's get more people seeing this. And oh, I got to shoot a quick text out. No sound detected.
Oil's pumping again.
Sorry about that. Oil. Oh yeah, let's check out oil.
And we've got some news. It looks like their ceasefire is pretty fragile right now.
Been the
Trump.
It's definitely been it's been a weird ceasefire.
Yeah.
Weird word for it to call it a ceasefire.
Yeah. That's why I think that's what's causing the energy markets to come back up. I think Trump did mention something about a nuclear submarine being near Spain. So
so oil, as you can see, pumping. Damn, look at that candle. That probably would explain that gold pump right there too that we just saw.
Yeah.
Which is funny. So we talk, like used to always think like war or just global conflict, gold goes up. People start putting money into gold as like a safe haven, right? But Steve and I have been talking about for a while now. This war, it's kind of not. It's kind of done the opposite. At one point, it was actually just coming down, right? But you saw today news of escalation, and you see what's happening right now. News of escalation comes out a few minutes ago, and you see, look at this action on crude. Gas prices are not coming down today, y'all. That's the bad news. Good news, we might get a short up here at R5. If it somehow
that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So R5, good opportunity for R5 would be for oil would be to wait till it gets to R5.
For sure. So if oil makes it, oil makes it up here, then we're definitely going to be looking to short it there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Of course, oil's one of the two that you have to, outside of the charts, you have to be glued in. You guys can't see off screen. We have 2 big TVs on the wall on the other side of our screens here, where we have the Bloomberg on one, and then we have this other news going on the other. And what's it, Financial Juice that you have up, right? So, and so that's something you have to look at every day. And it's not even just energy and stuff, really all markets, because certain news will affect them. And I'm not talking about the news, the pre-scheduled data releases and earnings and stuff like that. I'm talking about
breaking news.
Breaking news, yeah. You've got to be on top of breaking news.
4 minutes till the open. I'm interested to see what gold does here at the open.
All right. What's up, y'all? Good. All right, what's going on? All right.
Thanks, Jamal, for the follow.
Yeah, appreciate it, Jamal. Jamal, you trading? What are you doing, man? Learning how to trade, trading already? Guys coming in. Appreciate you guys joining. Tap the screen a little bit. Let's get some more traders in here. Let's take some trades. Hopefully, we have something setting up. 3 minutes to market open. Looking at crude, you see on the screen right now, we're looking for crude hopefully to get up to this 102.58 resistance level, R5 resistance level. Let's, for market open, I always like to get back to ES and NQ.
NQ's technically still in an open trade right now. It's already hit TP.
So it's going to be like ES yesterday. Right. All right, sorry about that. Got a few people in here. Padre, what's up, bro? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I was telling Padre yesterday, I said we're going to jump on one of these Asian sessions just on Zoom or something. We're going to jump on with him and kind of go through everything with him
Does he actively trade?
One-to-one, wants to. Yeah, it was just like I said, a really good buddy of mine. And when he locks in on something, dude, he locks in. So I think this will be exciting to see how he can learn.
Ideally at the open, I'm actually looking at Russell. Very interested in Russell if it comes down to S4. That S4 looks extra enticing because you have prior day's low.
Pull up Russell on the left side here.
With S4 there.
So we say we're looking for gold to go up. Look for a short. We're looking for Russell. Let me get off of this 5 minute here for this one day.
Get my charts ready.
All right, so Russell's looking for gold to go up, as we mentioned earlier, or crude and gold.
Yeah.
And then
crude. Gold for sure. If a long signal off our S4, crude would be a short.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, gold. Looking for a gold long off of S4. There's market open. Looking for a crude short and looking now at Russell for a Russell long. See what happens here at S4. Markets looking like they're reacting a little bit to that bad news that Steve was just talking about off the open there.
Trump speaks in radio interview. China's strong, but we're stronger than China's military. He's about to visit China, and he's making headlines with statements about China's strong, but we're stronger than China's military. Does he have a schedule to?
Yeah, he's supposed to be having
China.
Yeah, coming up like next week or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see what we have Russell and NASDAQ up on the screen right now. Russell, because we're looking for it to potentially.
NQ's dumping.
And S4.
NASDAQ's dumping.
NQ's absolutely dumping. NQ's coming down to S5. So if you were in that NQ trade pre-market, that's why we'd love to get out.
You're stopped out.
You got stopped out at break even. So you hit TP1 and then hopefully you would have got out anyway. But if you stayed in at the market open, then at least it was a risk-free trade still. But that was not the news you want for a bullish candle on market open. So definitely you should have gotten out on that one.
A lot of demand zone down here at NQ. It is hitting some good resistance down here.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But look at that.
So is ES is.
A lot of rejection there.
So here comes Russell approaching S4.
Regards. We got our eyes on Russell here on the left side of the screen. We'll see what happens. Of course, we look for confirmation. We don't just jump in, right? So we'll look for
reactions.
A reaction to this S4 level, that 28.51.7. We'll look for some reaction there, and we'll make a decision on the next confirmation candle. pull up crude off screen here just so we can keep an eye on it and don't want to miss it, just in case.
Gold didn't give us not much of a reaction at all at the open.
All right, so we've got crude up off screen here, guys. Keep an eye on crude for if it gets up to that 102.8 area, or I think 102.5. Looking for a short up there on oil potentially. Russell, we're watching here on screen on the left side. We're watching this Russell trade, or this Russell setup. Massive sellers right now, just selling, a lot of selling pressure. Yep, a lot of selling pressure there. Yeah, gold kind of a lackluster open there. Yeah, gold just said, gonna hang out here where I'm at for a minute. But the other market's definitely coming down.
Yeah, it's the first. Like I said, we kind of just observed, sit back and watch the first 5 to 15 minutes of the market open, let things settle down.
All right, so Russell has broken through. It has officially breached this S4 line at 28.51.7. So we'll let this candle close. That would be a tough one to enter on personally, just because I think the stop would be outrageous.
What's that, Russell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not on that candle.
Yeah. So maybe see some rejection here, and let's see the next mover. But like Steve mentioned too, we used to 5 to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the sweet spot, but yeah, 5 minutes. We've been known to enter some trades after the first 5-minute close as well, depending on not when it looks like this. So we got NQ and Russell on the screen right now. Let's pull up.
Got about 30 seconds left till this first 5-minute candle
Pull
closes.
up oil, because oil could.
Yeah, a lot of buffering on your
Buffing like audio or video? All right, man, we just punched through S4 there on Russell. Crude, interesting. Crude has made it now up to this supply zone, this red that was drawn out automatically by our tool as well. You don't have to, you need to learn supply and demand. You don't have to sit there and draw up your charts. It'll do it for you automatically while you learn. You can actually use the drawings that it gives you to help you learn where it draws them and how it draws them. So you see here now the blue and gray, this is our value area forming. That's another part. So it's basically 3 things that we're looking for here. It's these key levels. R5, R4, S3, S4, S5, the support and resistance levels. And then it's value area highs and lows. So that's value area high forming here, value area low there, point of control right in the middle. And then the third piece is the supply and demand zones we just talked about, which you will see as you scroll up and down. You'll see, they only have the one on the screen here, but that's 2 actually overlaid on top of each other. So pretty good supply zone that crude is just punching through right now. We'll see if crude makes it up here to R5. We'll consider shorting it right here.
Yeah.
So keep that one up for now, and we'll keep an eye on Russ here and see what this Russell candle does. I will say this does seem like a little bit of breaking news manipulation for the morning candles.
Yeah, a lot of Trump stuff on Financial Juice, at least. The last couple of headlines have been all Trump. Iran is just a question of time. Trump, Iran, we don't have to rush anything.
Yeah. So
his rhetoric is pretty. It's insinuating that ready to
escalate
break the ceasefire and
yeah, and I think I feel like what's I don't know. So yes, it's right now he's sort of escalating tweets, all right. So you're seeing the reaction to it right now. But I think what we've been seeing a lot throughout this war is that reaction is short-lived.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
especially
mean?
on the indexes.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's been short-lived. They're like, okay, we forgot about it. Let's keep on continuing what we've been doing, making more new all-time highs. So we will see what happens here with this Russell candle close, and then crude dying off a little bit. Like I said, we had crude here on the right side, looking for it to. We'd love to see it get up here, but it's definitely struggling in the supply zone that it's in right now. It's a large supply zone. So see what happens there. Give a quick look off screen at Russell or Dow. Oh, Dow might be worth looking at. Dow up on the main screen. Gold. Gold is flashing as well. S4 flashing on gold. So that might be worth a look. We may potentially have 3 trades setting up. Like I said, it makes me a bit cautious just because of the news candles, but we'll see how it plays out. You look at gold?
Yeah, gold's a valid signal. I mean, valid S4.
Yeah.
The only thing is it's currently inside a high volume node, currently right at point of control, right at VWAP.
Oh, all right.
So
A minute left on the scan. So I've got gold Dow up on the main screen, and then Russell and Dow up on the main screen. I've got gold and crude off on some of the side screens.
Russell and Dow's
Looks like they're going to maybe head to
move.
Yeah, Russell and Dow look similar.
A lot of heavy volume, selling volume still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give gold a shot here, guys. First trade of the day. It's early in the morning. I probably will do half risk though. We'll see what happens on this candle here. No trade.
What do you mean?
Got a signal? I didn't get a signal. On gold?
Yeah.
What are you looking
Strong 5 minute. Oh, I have my time frame off.
at? Time frame right
All
now?
right, not my time frame. My loading. Oh yeah, I think yeah, it's where price is right at the entry. I have a strong signal on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't, so that doesn't make
On
that doesn't
both my screens, I don't.
that doesn't give me the
On
warm
my
and
Quant
fuzzies.
Tower, on my trading view, I don't. But it does look pretty valid, so I'm trying to figure out why it wouldn't have.
Yeah, price is still right there. I'll watch it for a second because I do. That was a pretty good rejection candle. We'll see what price does there. As you see here on the screen, this gold trade, AI signal. But I'm thinking there may be I may need to change a setting here on this one, so I'm not 100% sure it's valid. You saw it flashing though.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Just for eyeballing it though.
Oh yeah.
If it wasn't for LP. I would think that that would be a signal there.
Check for 4 key levels. Demand zone wick, low volume node wick, close above VWAP. Yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, so Russ coming back towards S4. Russell on the left side of the screen coming back towards S4. And yeah, I'm really thinking about this gold trade, man.
Where's the stop at on that gold trade?
Give me 1 second. I'm just refreshing.
152 ticks. That's one contract for me. I'm saying low risk on this one.
All right, what's up, guys? If you're in the chat, yeah, it's now I refreshed. It's gone. So
Did you?
yeah,
Stopped you.
that's all good. Let's see what happens. I should have. No, I wish I would have.
I wanted to see what was the stop on that one.
No, I think it was. Yeah.
I'll ride it to S3.
All right, so Steve is in this gold trade right now, riding it up to this S3 level. So it's a cool thing about these levels as well is you can, depending on the space between them, is being able to use them as your TP, right? Which that's a good TP because it's also up there in a supply zone, full supply zone, low volume area. So Steve is in this trade right now. This gold trade entered at 9:35. You do see our AI did not call the signal, not enough confluences, but you see this green triangle below it is telling you that there was this indicated market shift. So like I was saying earlier, scalpers, that's an example where you could use it, although that was a big candle scalp off of. But Steve is in this trade live, hoping to ride it up here to 47.17. Right, is that where you're going? Or are you going to go a little bit below it?
47.17.
47.17. All right, Russell, we'll see what happens here with Russell. All right, so Russell Chess, Steve is in this gold trade to the right. I am not. I just missed it. I was updating some of my settings or refreshing my indicators. And so Steve is in this gold trade, TP at S3. Where'd you put your stop loss at?
I am at 46.91.
46.91, so stop loss right here. Oh, okay, basically at that low of that candle. All right, so stop loss below that candle. Looks pretty, you know, a little doji action there. See what happens with it. And so yeah, Steve in this gold trade. We're also watching Russell. I've got crude off screen that I'll bring on screen if it gets closer. Looking for crude to potentially get up to around 102.58, 102.50.58. And
Russell is
look for short.
flashing a week.
Russell now you see is flashing a week. You don't take it off the flash if you guys see that. So it is flashing a week and it's telling you why it's weak right now. But
I'm gonna wait on this Dow. Dow's turning pretty hard.
so Russell flashing the week there, but we do not take it off the flash. You have to wait till this candle closes to confirm. This signal is not valid until this 5-minute candle closes. Let's pull up Dow. Oh, on the other screen, I do have that sort of ghost signal, Steve. It put this stop loss at 46.90. 46.8. Yeah, 46.90.8. And it put the TP at basically right at the top. It put the TP at the London high there.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, Dow's making a really clean move down. All right, so Dow on the left side of the screen crashed through. It came through S3, which S3 wouldn't have been in play today anyway. Busted through S4 with strength, and then all the way down to S5 right now.
Yep.
So
So we'll look for and Russell is continuing its way down as well.
yeah, yeah.
So, got a demand zone down there. Ideally, if it gives the S4 signal, I'd like it to come into this demand zone, stretch it further down.
On which that?
Russell.
Russell, yeah. Pull Russell back up. All right, so Steve in this gold trade here. I'll pull Russell up as well.
Dow has wicked S5.
So Dow and Russell now up on the screens. Russell loading. RAI is loading on Russell right now. Sorry, guys. I'm just multitasking here. Watching this Dow trade on the left side.
Russell is so strong, man. I mean, sorry, Russell. NQ. All right. Trying to reach here. Got 44 seconds left on this gold candle. It stays below point of control, below VWAP. I may not wait for it to get to my stop. But
The gold trade?
Yeah, I may just cut it short.
All right, so let's go back and look at that gold trade.
Right now at point of control, but it's closed. If it closes below VWAP and point of control, I'll cut it short. We got 15 stuff.
Pretty, yeah, it's definitely looks like it's going to close below there. So yeah,
it's at VWAP. I mean, it's at point of control, which I don't like, but it also is closed below VWAP. So I'm gonna plan out of this, guys.
all right, so Steve was in this gold trade, the long, and just did not like the way it was looking with it closing below VWAP, and just went ahead and cut it short. Since the AI didn't call it, I don't think we have to count it on the record.
You know nah, we'll count it. I took it.
Yeah, and to be honest with you guys, I was about to jump. I was going to be right in there in that trade. I literally just was refreshing my. I was having some issues with my settings. All right, so Dow, looking at Dow now. Dow, moving on. Dow, and get Russell back up on the screen as well. Got crude over there waiting for it to keep coming up. It's not. It's basing right now, right in the value area. Bitcoin, just choppy, just really choppy. Big wicks doing its Bitcoin thing over there. All right, guys in the chat, appreciate you guys, man. Tap the screen a little bit, get some likes, get some more traders in here. Waiting for a couple setups. You guys can see Russell and Dow on the screen right now. Yeah, you see Russell and Dow. Russell here on the right side coming down to this demand zone. You see this auto DZ 1 hour. That's a 1 hour demand zone, and then it gives you the price that it ranges. This is drawn automatically. We do not get up and draw these on our charts every day. This is drawn automatically through our tool, through the Alpha Flow Trader tools. So yeah, definitely a great tool if you are trying to save time. Maybe you're a great trader, but you just are tired of spending time drawing every night, every morning, then that can help you as well, even if you don't need signals or anything else. All right, Dow looking like it's rejecting this S5 area. So see Dow here on the left side. is what we're looking at. This S5 resistance line right here at support line right here at 49,405. See how this candle reacts to it. About 2.5 minutes left on that candle. And see, that's the thing with us, with the way we trade as well, is that there's not hectic. It's like, okay, you get a warning. You say, okay, we're here. I got 5 minutes to wait and see what happens. Maybe I got another 5 minutes. Maybe I got another 5 minutes. So that patience just builds up.
Yep.
And the patience and discipline, which is, often some of the toughest things to sort of master when you start trading. But
now, Russell, there is that S5 also lines up with
prior
1
month. Yeah, that would be a great spot.
And for it to come through this demand zone to get there, that'd be a very good spot to look.
Which makes me not really trust this little bit of positivity on the Dow side there. The way Russell's just, what's that NASDAQ and ES looking like?
ES is coming down. It did. ES is actually catching something, starting to come back up a little bit. They're divergent. I think ES and NQ, another day we're going in opposite directions. The market open, NQ pumped up. ES came down.
Yeah.
Both seem to be catching some bids here though right now.
And what Steve was saying about the Russell here on the right side of the screen, guys, you see this pink line here. It also overlaps with the extreme support line at 28.28. That pink line you see there is also auto drawn from our tool, from the Alpha Flow Trader tool. That's your prior month low. So if somehow Russell can get down here, that's kind of automatic. You got to start looking for a long here at this point. Dow, you see on the left side of the screen, kind of already picking up a little bit of buyers here, but that's definitely not the type of candle you're looking for. 40 seconds left on this Dow candle. We'll pop over at crude again. Crude just chopping right there. Nothing popping on crude right now. Nothing happening on crude. See what happens with this Dow. All right, what's up, guys, in the TikTok chat, man? Welcome. Looking at Dow right now. Yeah, see that candle? Okay, so perfect example. Yeah, it did come down here. It fought off of this support, extreme support, but this candle was just too much of a down wick, so our AI did not like it. Now, as you see, just flashing on the screen right now, the AI is flashing a poor signal, but it's in a flash right now, so that doesn't mean anything to us, right? We look at this time frame; it's got 4.5 minutes left, so the signal means nothing until that's closed. But it did not call it on the previous candle off of that level because of that price action down there, the wick at the end. Russell's really interesting because it's just powering through every obstacle it has right now at this point. It's 2/3 of the way through this demand zone, this auto demand zone drawn by our AI, and then it's right here in the lowest volume node right now. So we'll see what can happen. It's actually creating that right now. If it gets down here to this extreme support down here, and also this prior month low, we will 100% be looking for longs there. Dow flashing still.
All right, Russell is officially in that demand zone.
And don't look now, Steve, but that gold on the ghost signal is still in play.
Oh yeah. It came down. It's fighting off that demand zone there.
Yeah.
So I would have had that protection of the demand zone and value area low.
So it go.
Yeah, the fact that I didn't get an official signal on it.
And that's the beauty of the signals too, man. Like even experienced traders, they can just, when you have that trade where you're like, oh, I don't care how experienced you are, you're going to always have that moment of maybe it's a quick second guess or something like that. And that's where the confluences really can help you, right?
Yeah.
Just, hey, man, did it check off all of these? Yes or no? It's very simple at that point. It's just a system. It's just following a system. There's no feelings involved, man. Like there is a little bit. There's no feelings, but don't confuse that with me saying there's no context needed. Meaning, like Steve just mentioned there, he's like, oh, well, I did have a demand zone, or this is padding. You have to take those things into account. So I'm not saying don't think. I'm just saying don't have emotion about it. Just look at what's there.
I also saw that it was a high risk trade.
High risk, and you said that from the beginning. Low risk. I'm going half risk.
High value node. It's at VWAP. It's at point of control. All the areas where I don't like to take trades.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So, but do you see? Even still, that was thought. There was still some thought into it. He just maybe went against his thought on some of those, but that was thought. That's not feeling, and that's what I'm saying. It's a difference between emotion and thinking. But we try to use these tools to remove as much of that emotional factor as possible, right? I know, especially for new traders, those learning, trying to pass evals, it's tough.
Pull up the gold chart, and
yeah,
my intuitions were right. I got out of that one. I saved myself, so I was already in half risk anyway, and I did cut the trade short. So it wasn't a.
Let's see.
It wasn't a bad loss.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll have it on this one because I refreshed it.
Definitely would have been stopped out by now.
Yeah, it actually would have absolutely been stopped out at this point. So good call on the early cut.
Yeah.
Good call. Yeah, the stop loss was at 46.90, 46.91 area. So yeah, so good strong price up. It just got indecisive right here. Sellers took over. He saw it closing below VWAP, just cut his loss short, and small losses, man. I remember when I first met Steve, he had a thing on the wall that said, "I love small losses," and that makes the most sense.
Yep, keep your losses small, and
I love hashtag I love small losses.
Yeah,
and we all should, right? If you're doing this at any level. So we got 47 seconds left on this Dow candle. What do you think?
Let's see. Let me take a look at it.
I guess
it's flashing a poor signal.
Yeah. It makes me worry just because it seems like to be the retest, the retrace, and I don't know that I trust the first signal.
That was some heavy selling that is coming out. Look at the size of those candles. Heavy selling.
See what ES is looking like. See if we can get any sort of forward-looking indicator. ES is still so strong, looking down too.
I'm gonna wait on Russell is the Dow is the stronger of the two. Flashing now, it's flashing to weak.
There you go. The poor signal off the AI called on Dow. I think I'm probably going to stay out of it. Yeah, just because the sellers are just owning things right now, and I don't want to get faked out with this one candle. And it's poor. And if you guys see on the screen too, this is why we put the confluences. We rated this. Our AI rated this as a poor signal to begin with.
VWAP. You got a couple of roadblocks before TP1. You got VWAP there. You got prior day low that it could retest and downwards.
Yeah. You got the S4 level there, which also it likes to just come close to and then keep on going. Yeah. So yeah, I think we'll keep an eye on it anyway because it is technically an active trade right now. So we'll keep an eye on it, but not taking the signal for the reasons we just mentioned. Just too much selling pressure and some buffer between some obstacles between you and TP1. So you see here VWAP is also drawn out by our indicator. You see VWAP coming down right here. You've got that, and then you've got the prior day level, this orange line. All that before you get to TP1 here at S4. So not a signal we're interested in, and that's where the context is key. Appreciate you guys with the likes, man. Yeah, get some more likes, man. Let's get some more traders in here. Hopefully we get a good setup. Right now Steve took the one gold trade. I have not taken anything yet. Watching Dow, Russ, and crude. Crude still just basing around there in the value area. I'll pull crude up. We got a second here before Russ hits its area, I think. So I'll pull crude up on the main screen for you guys. Something about Tuesdays, man. You guys, anybody have like a favorite day of the week to trade? Or anytime you ask somebody, I think you always usually hear Thursday or Friday. I don't really have a preference, but I do have recency bias like every other human, to where if I have a couple bad Tuesdays, I'm going to say stuff like, oh, what about that? Something about Tuesdays.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure I've had great Tuesdays as well.
That's a pretty big down camp.
And try to get my one of my other machines here booted up with my copy trader for all of my prop firm accounts. What you guys see on the screen here is my actual live account. And then I have another machine off to the side here that I have Quantower set up on, and I copy trade across several prop firm and funded accounts, all through Buell Knox, which we'll talk more about that. Matter of fact, do we know if is it live right now?
What's that?
The Buell Knox code?
Yeah, it is.
All right, so yeah, you putting it in there?
Yeah.
So any of you guys want to get a really good discount on a Buell Knox prop firm account, Steve's about to drop some links and promo codes into the chat. You guys get on there, grab a Buell Knox account, use our promo code. I think it's AlphaFlow, all lowercase.
AlphaFlow, yeah.
All lowercase AlphaFlow. Use our promo code on BuellKnox.com, BULENOX.com. Go get you a prop account and come make some of these trades with us, man. We take them across our live and funded accounts, right? So, but maybe you're not ready to go with your real cash in there yet. So grab that prop firm account. We'll help you get it passed. These signals will help you get it passed, and start making some money there. Make money while you learn. You can't beat it, man. You cannot beat it. So I'll drop it in there too. Knox.com. Knox.com. Promo code. Now, when you go there, use your promo code. It's on the, you can use it, I believe, on the 25K and the 50K accounts.
Yeah. Well, you can use it on all, actually, yeah, you can use it all the way up until the 150 accounts.
Okay, so yeah, just depending on what you want to do. We all of mine are 50K accounts, so I have multiple 50K accounts instead of one large. So I have, I think now 8 or 9 50K accounts or something like that. Guys, jump on there, grab a 50K or 25K account. I say the 50K just because it gives you more breathing room to pass the evaluation. But like you guys know, when you use our discount code and you're paying so little for an evaluation, I'll never say just get on there and blow it. But if you do, what did you do? You risked 15, 20 bucks, 30 at the most, maybe.
Yeah.
And you can always try again. But if you take it seriously, you use the tools that we're giving you, you jump on, join some of the lives, some of the other sessions, you'll definitely pass that eval. You'll definitely start making money off that eval or off your funded account. This Dow right here, giving me a little bit of FOMO,
What's Dow doing? Turn around on
the
us?
Dow poor signal, yeah. Sure did. So this is our AI called the signal. We stayed out of it. We gave you guys the reasons why. It's just a lot of selling pressure. Felt like, and right now it's at VWAP. So actually, we'll see if our theory is correct, because you see right now it's kind of tapping off of the VWAP line, this blue line coming through. And then you've got this prior day just above it before it ever gets to TP1. So if it does, awesome. It's just another win off a poor signal for our AI. But for us personally, that's why we stayed out of it. But happy to see it win if it does. So,
and we got Russell flashing a week as well.
I have a Buell Knox where I'm taking poor and weak signals, not looking good. Got a discount entry. Or maybe he meant to say, oh, does look good. All right, I was going to say, man, Dev, we don't need those kind of news, dude. We don't need those kind of manipulation candles. No, that's good. I was going to say, yeah. So Devin did jump on that one. That's my boy Dev, man, my middle son. And he's actually one of the ones also responsible for probably, I'd say, the first one, honestly, that really got me starting to think about trading seriously. And, right, so you do learn stuff from your kids, man.
Shout out to Devin.
Yeah, shout out to Dev, man, out there on the golf course right now, banging a Dow trade. But yeah, looking pretty good, Dev. Just be mindful, it's fighting at VWAP right now. And you've got that prior day just above it at 49,560. But hey, I don't know why I'm telling Dev, because Dev has that Alpha Flow KLP AI loaded up on his trading view right now on his phone, so he sees what we're seeing.
Had a good start to the week.
He had a great start yesterday. I think he all wins yesterday for Dev too.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just fighting off VWAP there. We'll see what happens. Crude is not getting where we want it. Crude, it's chopping right here, and it did make some pretty big moves earlier, but crude is just chopping right here in our value area. So this is what you see: the gray is low value or low volume. The gray up here, low volume. The blue in the middle is the value area, right? So the value area high at the top of it, value area low at the bottom. And as you can see, these price just really chopping, and this is why it's the value area. Price loves to be there, right? So, see what ES is doing. Not seeing anything active on gold. Bitcoin flashing a signal, but I'm just not messing with Bitcoin right now. Russ up here. Keep an eye off screen on Russ now. So I try to make it where you guys, whatever charts you're seeing, we're also still seeing the others off screen, so we can keep you guys posted. So we got Russ flashing a weak signal with 2830 at 20. Let's see. Signal, where's it putting it? 2836 potential entry. I'll go ahead and pull Russ up here. Yes, also just busted through that S4 down there.
I saw that. Well, watching Russ though, Russ just looks clean. I mean, the chart looks clean.
I still
ES
think
and NQ is kind of.
Yeah, I just wonder Russ though. Could Russ still come down to that
S5, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. I don't want to become the liquidity for that.
Exactly. So that's one of the areas where if I didn't take my gold trade, I would probably make this a 2 trade. Take this Russell signal, and then if that fails, wait for S5, which I still may do. I got 30 seconds about it. Now that Dow's,
I feel like maybe I should take one for the team here.
Now that Dow's, yeah, I mean, low risk trade. Let's give him another low risk trade. Just half risk it.
All right, we've got about 15 seconds left on this close. 1 second left on this close. Let's see what happens. We have a valid signal on Russ.
I'm in Russell, guys.
Slide our stop down to the app stop there.
3.
So now you notice my stop right there. Just ignore that. That's because this is a half risk trade, so I'm only looking for TP1. I will actually right to the top of that. All right, keep an eye on this Russell trade. And we'll slide this up. All right, what else do we have over here? Dow's still in that active. This is off a weak signal, guys, right? So keep that in mind. We've got gold fighting, not really doing anything, nothing strong there on gold. And then let me give one more look at crude off screen. Crude's really the one I'm really hoping we'll get up there where we want it to go, right? Dow looking pretty good. It's right now fighting with that prior day. Let's see what it does there. Russ kind of going the opposite way, but that's okay. Just a half risk trade there for me. Let's see what's going on. All right, looks like, oh, Dow's so close. Dow and Russ sometimes will move together, but I've noticed a lot lately. I think I've mentioned before that
this is one of these situations where Dow, it hit TP1. I would have.
Dow, yeah. Yeah. So Devin, if you're in that Dow, definitely I'm TP1 and on that. Yeah, good job, Dev. He said he's out at TP1. 340, almost at TP1. Close at VWAP. Good job. Good trade, buddy. Good trade, dude. Devin here making some money. Anybody else, man? Well, yeah, I did say that I was having a little FOMO about that Dow. So I'm glad. I'm glad I get to live. I'm glad I get to live vicariously through somebody else making some money off of that Dow trade. And it is. Remember what I mentioned too? You see, it's got that S4 right there. I said a lot. It could very well use that as resistance at this point.
Yep. That's what just looked off.
So you see what happened this Dow trade. These S4 lines, these are support lines. Typically, you're looking for longs here, right, off of these green lines. But what you can often see happen is after price breaks through one, say S4, this one green line here, you see it comes back up. Luckily, the TP1 was right there at it. You see it comes up and just ticks back off that. So what was once support can become resistance and vice versa. It's just kind of part of the game. But it's pretty clear to see when that kind of thing is happening, though. Yep. So we're still in this thing. Let's see. And what I might do, just because you see it, because I'm half risk, so it messed up my risk reward here, right? It's even less than 1-to-1. What I may do if this candle can,
Yeah, I've spread it out a little.
Yeah,
bit. Some targets. I am heading for. I put a couple of contracts on TP2, and I did put one at S, letting some go at S at the actual S4 line. And
yeah, I'm thinking if this candle can give me some sort of momentum up, if it can break through here, I may pull my stop up just a little bit and leave my, because I'm one contract. Well, I'm one mini in either way, so TP1. So if this closes up, I'll slide my stop up a bit, so it's at least a 1-to. I'm not going
lock in.
Yeah, I'm not going backwards.
Especially on a weak trade. Yeah, just lock in and make it risk free.
Or yeah, maybe not risk free, but at least where it doesn't mess up my R, because right now it would. But yeah, and what I should have done, guys in the chat, what I should have done, I'm just so used to being on here trading these minis. What I should have done is switched over to the micro Russell and just, I don't know, how many contracts did you take?
On micros, 6.
So you took 6. Yeah, I should have switched over to them there, took 4 or 6 contracts and split them up. This is the way Steve did as well, but candle was closing. I was already on the screen. Normally, if this was a strong signal, I would have taken 2 here, 2 contracts, but I only took 1. So. Okay. Well, that if you guys heard that, that is our AI letting us know things are happening. Looking
That's
around.
ES flashing 8. Actually, that was an ES good. That was an ES good.
Okay. Let me jump on ES. ES good. It's right at VWAP. Or is that the 20? Or is that the EMA? See what it does there first before I think about that one. You jump in there on that ES?
Yeah.
Okay. So Steve just entered the ES as well. Mine's loading up. I'm gonna give it a second just to see what it does here. It did come above VWAP. Closed above VWAP. Right in that value area right now. All right, so you see on the screen there, open Russ trade. And the signal just called off ES here. Go ahead and take ES as well. All right. Now it's been a pretty bullish day, so I will say I don't have the highest conviction here, but that's all right. Let's stick with the process. And it was a good S4 reversal, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Set my 2. EP areas there.
If we could get it,
Let's
but
see,
right
see
now
what
it's
happens.
above point of control, so it's probably gonna chop around here for a bit. But if we can break above point of control and get out of this high volume node, good.
Something to throw out there for you guys too. Some of you guys, especially new folks, look at my screen. You say, "Oh my gosh, that's 2 contracts, $350." Well, these are minis, guys. So, what I highly recommend um, is obviously trading the micro, right? So think micro right now. This is $45 or $42 that you'd be down, not 450, right? So, absolutely started off. Oh, Devin said 540 off his. Let's go. So yeah, so these are mini contracts. So the way it works, if you're new to it, is it's basically times 10, right? So if you took one micro contract right now, you'd be down $10 on this trade, $20, right? So you see that larger number, don't let that scare you away. What I'll do maybe in the next couple, I'll take some micros too. But yeah, you could divide that by 10 basically and say, okay, if I took these trade, if I'm new to trading and I'm just taking a trade with these guys, take definitely the micros. That's what they're there for. And yeah. So we got another gold pro in the chat, man. These damn bots, man. But yeah, I will say, it's definitely seems like sellers are definitely trying to take control right now. We'll see what happens. Look at crude.
Yeah, Dow hit that TP1 and its market shifted.
All right, come on. And you see, guys, too, you see just how quickly that negative 350 turned into a plus 75, right? Not saying it will turn plus, but I'm just saying it's, if you're new to it too, that's why you have these stop losses and these take profit levels. And unless you see some other reason to deviate from that, then you just stick with the process. And the process, like if you do the math, right? If you're taking 2R, meaning that you're getting 2 to 1 typically, so you risk 300, you make 600, or you risk $50, you make $100. If you're winning even at 2 to 1, and even if your winning rate on here is only 45, 50%, you are making good money just because that's the way the math works out, right? Whereas if if you're holding some trades to 3R, then you're making a damn good living, right? So yeah, so that's kind of the thought behind it is you're going to take some losses, but it's just part of it. As long as you keep that losses always stay 1 and your wins always stay above 1 to 1. So now we do take 1 to 1s at times, especially if we're in something and our TP is also right there with a bunch of other key levels. Then we'll just jump out at TP1. But otherwise, just try to stick with the plan and ride it out. And it just takes, and again, that's why I say it takes the emotion out of it, right? Because it just is what it is, It's a system. That's what I mean. It's not even just, it's a strategy, but it's also a system, right? You win some, you lose some, and that's just how it goes. But when you can remove that emotion out of it and just follow a system, then you look at it like we said yesterday. It's no different than buying retail for your store. You have a store, you might buy a bunch of retail, and you don't know. You have an idea what the return is going to be, but you don't know when it's going to come. Trading's the same. You're going to have, even with a great winning strategy, you could lose 2 days or have 2 losing days in a row, right? And it doesn't matter if you change nothing and you stick with the same system. It does not matter. It all works out, which is tough to, I get it's tough sort of mentally at first to sort of realize that, but it does. And then when you do take losses, it's how you react to the losses too. You just take it as that's part of doing business, man. It's not right. You don't take it as, oh yeah. I got to get that back. No, man, like that's gone. You wait for the next setup. If the next setup just happens to come, cool, you take it. Yeah. But yeah, man. My boy Vic just texted me. He's like, man, this is awesome. Or I'm really intrigued with this. And yeah, that's what I love too, man. And that's why I'm doing this for a little bit anyway, on my personal Facebook as well. One, because we're building up our business page on Facebook, but two, for some of my friends that, just it's opportunity, man. It's definitely an opportunity. Not for everyone, that's for sure.
Oh no,
It's not for everyone.
no.
But if you have the right mindset, honestly, that's the main thing. The money, like I said, you can start with prop firm accounts. This trade right now with two, if I was in two minis or micros instead of two minis, you're only down $42 on this trade. But if and you're only risking 125 to make say 250. So at the most, we'll see. Not looking great right now.
Yeah, Russell's not looking good.
Yeah,
It's starting to come down.
Yeah. Russell looks like it's about to stop me out here, which is okay. And that's part of it, man.
That'll be 0 for 2 for me today.
Yeah. So you guys, and it's Tuesday. I don't want to blame Tuesday, but no. Like I say that because last Tuesday kind of sucked too. But yeah, you guys have seen way more wins and losses. But I'm glad. I think these are actually the first losses you've seen on live.
First red day.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think this will be the first. So it happens, man. But like I said, it's we still have an hour to go too. So we'll see what happens.
Well, for me personally, the way I handle my risk appetite, especially if this Russell trade loses, I'd be down 2 losses on the day. Me personally, the way I handle my risk, I'm done for today. Yeah. You can have more signals pop up and they be winning signals. So be it. But just to prevent me from spiraling and snowballing into chasing these losses. I set myself a
daily loss limit.
Yep. And if it hits, I just got stopped out of Russell, so that's 0-2. And I am in this ES trade as well, so we might get blanked today. But I just chalk it up to a loss and use the rest of the week to make it back. Man, I got 3 more days to go.
Yeah, I already had a good Monday. Up on had a good Monday.
I had a good Monday.
Yeah, and that's what I was just about to say too. Is same thing that Steve just said. Is you set your whatever your daily for any system to work, everything has to be set right. So if you're saying I'm just starting off, I'm only willing to lose $50 a day. Then that's $50 a day. And if that's one trade, cool. If it's 2 or 3 trades, cool. But when it's $50, it's $50, and you're done. And that's it. Yeah, that's the only way that you can keep that risk reward right. So you have your daily loss limit. And some people don't, even if they don't hit the loss, if they just have a two loss limit and say, hey, if I lose 2 trades, I'm out. Or if I lose 2 in a row, I'm out.
Yeah. Same for winning too. If I win two in a row, full 2 TP2 winners, I'm done for today.
Exactly. And there's a lot of thoughts too about people like that, like daily goal. But I think if you just really stick mathematically to the say my goal is 3R for the week or my goal is 4R, whatever it is, and you stick to the system that makes that happen, then the rest kind of works itself out. I mean, the good news, we're not going to have to spend a ton of time clipping highlights today. So
I think this will be a good opportunity.
There's some good learning.
Good
learning opportunities.
How we handle some losses.
I'll
go back, review my trades. I already know the gold trade. I know where I made my mistake there.
Yeah. That's an easy one. That's an easy one.
Why I didn't see a signal? Why? That's in the trade. So.
Yeah. And 2, guys, again, today's also a day where I'll be honest with you guys, between overnight session or maybe not as much morning there. I think there was 1 winner in the morning, but between London and morning pre-market, you could have made your day and been done and not even traded this New York session as well. So it's just one of those days, man. The news is, I said earlier that it's usually short-lived when those sort of breaking news candles or moves happen. And it's just, it's kind of been sustained today. Right. So is what it is. Sellers said, hey man, we're not liking, and there was some news in the tech sector as well that it was just reacting poorly to some of the latest news. So that's likely what's driving all of this right now. So no big deal. Yes, Vic. Yeah, live every day. I say I want to really be on by 8. Been kind of slacking on that a little bit. But I really want to be on by 8. All right, so they're closed out of those 2 trades, and so that's that. So that's so it go. But yeah, Vic, every day, 8 till say around 11:30, and then we're talking about doing some agent sessions because I know a lot of you guys too at work and stuff. Realistically, it's just easier to trade a little agent session with us. So it opens up at 6, but we don't really like to really be in there until maybe around 7:38, something like that. So we might do some 8 to 10s as well, p.m. Who knows, man? Maybe one day, maybe we'll get up and do a couple London demos, man, as well. Because I tell you, I wake up every morning and I see that our signal's called like 3 winners every night when I wake up. By the time I wake up, and I'm like, man, it'd be nice to just get up for 45 minutes and hit a couple of those winners, right?
Yeah.
So that London session, that was a tough one. If you're here in the U.S., it's tough with it being, I guess if you're on the West Coast, not as tough. No, it's tougher. Sorry, what am I saying? No,
Yeah,
but no, because because you're kind of getting up. You could say, "Oh, I'm just getting up early."
For London,
Right? Am I going backwards?
London
We're 6 hours from them, so it'd be another 3 hours. So it'd be 9 hours.
They're 3 hours back, California.
From us, yeah, and then 6 to London. So yeah. But yeah, it's East Coast anyway for us. It's middle of the night. Yeah, it'd be like midnight in California. Yeah. So midnight, if I was in California, it's doable. And honestly, if I'm in California, I'm hating it because the New York session, I got to get, you're up you're looking at your charts by like 5 a.m. every day. But I guess you could look at it too. You're on the West Coast. You can do several different things. You can trade New York and be before your workday even starts. So nice 5:40 in 4 minutes. Let's go.
Dev keeping his streak going, man.
Yeah, Dev, man, looking like Dev. Damn, Dev. And he was worried too because he's like, "Oh, my phone, I'm good."
Dev, you gotta start calling that out.
Yeah. Yeah, the one. So yeah, but Devin knows. That's how it goes sometimes. Because I've heard Devin, my son, he's in the chat. I've heard him too, where he's like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "You guys got 3 winners and 1 loser for the day, and I only took the loser." It's like, well, Dev, welcome to the reverse of that club.
Yeah.
You got the winner. You took the winner earlier. We took the 2 losers. So that's good though, man. Let me look at crude again.
So watch what Russell's going to do here. Russell's going to come down to the
It's going to do exactly what we said it was going to do earlier.
We're going to come down to the S5 and then turn around and.
Yeah. So what Steve was saying here on this Russell trade here, man, like we were saying before we entered the trade, because this level down here, you had the prior month low so close, and then you had the S5 right there with it. And when we were entering, we both kind of said, before we entered, we said, really, ideally, it's probably
the fake out move.
Yeah, it's the fake out move. So so if you were with us the whole trade, I'm going to have to kind of own that one too, because I literally said that before. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get caught in this fake out. Proceeds to get caught in fake out, and because this is such a good level here for it to get to, and just being so close, they want to get priced down here to this prior month low. So. Dow, ES on the other hand, we'll see, man. These things could all come down to S5 at this point. I wouldn't be shocked, but we'll see what happens. I probably without another 45 minutes here, and we'll look at some signals with you guys. Got to jump off a little bit early today. Got to do some stuff at lunch. Other great thing about trading, man, stuff like that, just being done by lunch. Now that said, man, I say that for you guys, but like Steve, like we're constantly working on something, trying to make the experience better in some way, or planning content or making content or whatever. But just the trading part, if you're just trading, you're not having to do all that other stuff that we're doing, then you can, spend your morning, a couple hours in the morning and kind of be done for the day. Now, me personally, I do like jumping on the Asian session, and we've had some good Asian sessions.
Yeah.
But it's tough for me right now because I also coach baseball, and my evenings are right now, by the time I'm done with that, it's like right around the sweet spot where I like to already be on the charts. But maybe London, maybe that's why I got to do London through this summer season,
Yeah.
And jump on and take Sean's London London time slot. Shout out to Sean too, my buddy Sean. Yeah.
Collaboration.
Yeah, Sean, the London show. My buddy trades Forex and trades London only. He does NQ some in New York sometimes, and even sometimes they're in London, but mainly Forex. Yeah, Padre, that's right. And listen, man, you're right. It's like overall, and that's you just said it. It's about the consistency. Like we don't have red weeks. I'll tell you that. So what we just happened today. That's why you're not going to see us like You're not going to see any huffing and puffing. We'll just move on to the next thing
Yeah,
because
chat. Give us a full
yeah,
week. Just experience us for a full
yeah. If you guys have been here the last Thursday, Friday, Monday, 3 banging days, the last 3 days. So Tuesday, not the day, but that's okay. But again, as we were just saying, looking back, his gold trade he entered, I didn't. So, but I did enter the Russell long right after I said I have a feeling this is a fake out move, and I still entered it. That's where I should chat. You got to say something, be like, bro, you just said it was a fake out move. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hopefully, you said that to yourself and didn't enter,
Yeah.
because here it is, right now down at that level we're talking about,
Yeah.
where we wanted it to go. So that's our patience too. Maybe we jumped a gun a little bit. We felt that clock ticking, and that's not something you really want to do, but yeah, we'll see what happens here now. It's going to be really interesting to watch and probably going to give us something to not be thrilled about, but that's okay. But if you guys were on here, we'll go back and listen to it. Matter of fact, we're going to clip the recording. I want to clip myself actually saying, man, stay out of this thing.
I would have clipped when I said the gold trade before I hopped into that.
Yeah,
I would have clipped that.
I'm just going to, I'm going to clip.
Show the result of that.
That'll be today's content, actually. Yeah. I'm going to clip that and say, man, do not become this. I literally said, don't be the liquidity for this move.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to become the liquidity for this S5 prior day. It is strong selling right now, guys. So, and then throw that in there too. I think in the back of my mind, I always had the bearish bias as well.
That's the thing about reversals. It's
If you're going
technically
against
a counter.
trend.
It's technically a counter trend
Right.
trade, and counter trend trading is some of the hardest strategies in the book to perfect, man. Like trying to catch a falling knife.
Yeah, very good example. Yeah, exactly. Trying to catch a falling knife. Hence why we have an AI tool to help you figure out when to try to make it easier, right? But yeah. And the cool thing,
but when you do catch those reversals, though,
oh man,
some big moves.
Thing of beauty.
Man, that's where you make your
money. And you'll see we're primarily trading reversals here, guys. So like, there's breakout strategies off these S4s as well that we've been talking about. Where, for example, it's got to be starting somewhere at some other level. But for example, say it started at S4, it continues through, and say this was S3, and it sort of breaks through like that strong again. These pivots can also be used for a breakout or breakdown strategy, just the same way, right? So for you took that strategy today, you hit TP1 if you took the breakdown off this level. But the system's built right now off of reversals, and reversals just.
We have some continuation setups here.
We do have continuations. Yes.
We just see a lot more reversal setups than
continuations. So continuation would be more like what I just explained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Or it's a long from S5, it goes through S4, comes back down a little bit, and then continues back up off S4. That's a continuation trade. But yeah, we'll see what Russ is going to do here off of it. Strong selling, man.
Yeah, if I had to look back, I'm not mad at the ES signal. I would have that all day long. Russell, though, it was so close to S5, we should have waited on that. And of course, gold.
Yeah, the ES. Yeah, so I just took the ES and the Russ, and the ES. Yeah, I didn't feel badly about that ES trade, man. And because the ES too is like typically a leading indicator, right? So if I see it starting to move positive,
it's been drifting down for just quite a while too, as well. You figure it is overextended at this point as far as the selling goes, especially with it being so bullish over the last month. So yes, does that S5.
Yeah, I think at this point it's I don't see. I mean, you got prior way down there, the pink line that you guys see down there is prior month. Which you see Russell just pumped through, dropped right through its prior month low. So we're definitely bearish, super bearish right now. And we'll see ES has a long way to go before it gets there. So it's kind of in no man's land right now. Well, I mean, it's got this resistance level here, which I think that's one where you get I don't know. Yeah, this one you have a good confirmation up. It's probably a tough one to avoid. Like I said, we're done for the day, but that'd probably be a trade I would look for. I would
Yeah.
definitely look for a setup here at S5. Maybe take those on some evals or something like that, because I have not touched. I've just been live today. I have not taken a single trade across any of my prop accounts today. So, all right, let's pull up some of the other markets. I'm tired of looking at these L's right here. See if crude ever gets to where I want it to get. Probably not. Gold with a shift down. Let's see, we'll pull up NQ. I haven't looked at NQ in a while. NQ and crude up on the left and right. Loading up. Oh man, it looks like crude did hit that area. Oh no, it didn't quite get there. No, it's all the way up here. Sorry, it's at 102.58. We're only at 102.20 right now. See this this extreme resistance area up here on crude. We were hoping it would get up there way before now, obviously, but didn't happen. Although you do see how these key levels work, because look down here at the R4. You see it wicks down here, creates that pre-market low, which was just above R4, and then you see the move up. Whether it makes it R5 or not, we'll see.
Gold kind of chopping around 4 as well. Did make a new lower low for turning back above S4.
Yeah, dropped all the way down to 46.78 there. So we got gold on the left side of the screen now that Steve is talking about. 5-minute charts, guys, what we always trade on.
1 second, I got my pest control guys outside. Gotta let him in.
Oh yeah, so I'm about to drop a website and promo code in the chat. It's a Buell Knox. It's a prop firm site we have an affiliation with, and we have our promo code Alpha Flow, which will get you a prop account to start practicing, and not just practicing, but make some money off of it, especially if you trade with us on a regular basis. Yeah, so drop that in the chat right now. So BuellKnox.com, just copy and paste that, and then the promo code all lowercase Alpha Flow. I can pin that comment up there. All right. Yeah, so what you see on the screen here is Trading Live, my live cash account. Off screen, I also have funded accounts through Buell Knox. I have 8. I'm currently 8 or 9 accounts. I can't remember. 8 or 9 50K accounts. But that's one thing we can absolutely help you guys do. Our signals and our suite of tools can absolutely help you do is pass prop accounts. So you can literally start trading and getting payouts, I'd say within 30 days with coming out of your own pocket, maybe $30. Because you get that eval account, you say you have to, the eval account, if you get a 50K account, is you have to make 3,000 profit off of it. Once you make 3,000 profit, now you get moved into a live funded account, which means still not your own money. You still just paid that $30, but now you can actually get payouts. So you make that buffer, and then anything over that buffer period, now you can actually literally go on, click, and take a payout, right? So this guy, I have 99-cent share. Yeah, get out of here, bro. Appreciate the comments though, man. You know, guys, we kind of lacking on the lights a little bit today, man, on the likes, but we've got to see about 30, 35 minutes left. Run these likes up a little bit, man. I think we had like 12 or 13K yesterday. But hey, I see how it is though. You get a couple, nobody wants to like the losing trade. They want to like the winners though. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you guys see like it's just you have limits for a reason, guys. Like they're super important. And I don't care, especially if you're new, even if you're using prop firms and you're like, oh, if I blow this account, if I fail this challenge eval, I can just get another one for another 20, 30 bucks. Well, yeah, sure, you can. But that kind of defeats the purpose. Now you're spending money instead of making money. So you want to get that eval and pass it. And you know, maybe sure you take a little bit higher risk on there than of course you would with your own money or even on a live funded account. But still, if you stick with the system and strategy, you're going to pass that eval, period. Like you're going to pass it. It's not an if. And that's what most people, prop firm traders, that's their main thing is it's just blowing account after account after account, gambling, basically. I mean, I've done it. We've all done it, you know, literally set a trade on an eval account to say, all right, this is either $3,000 win. This is either a $3,000 win or $3,000 loss. So you either pass or fail that account. You fail it, boom, you pay another $15 with our promo code, and you get another one. You pass it, guess what? Now you have another live funded account. Not saying everybody should do that, but if you are going to get one Buell Knox, might as well get two and gamble one. No, I'm just kidding. But no, the main thing is passing the eval, right? Spend as little money as you can. If you have to reset it once or twice, so be it. It happened. But pass that eval and get to where you can withdraw real money without, you know, let's just say you fail 3 of them and you spend, you know, 70, $100 even, 3 or 4 of them. And, but now, you know, 30 days later, you're able to take your first $1,000 or $1,500 payout. It's, yeah. You can basically pay for our tool for a year almost, you know, with a good payout. You know what I mean? You could pay for like one good trade, like honestly about our tool, like if we had won any single winning trade that you've seen from us these last 3 or 4 days could have paid for our entire top level of our indicator suite. Right. So you take 2 or 3 trades a day, you know, it pays for itself. Stuff pays for itself very, very quickly. Guys on TikTok, appreciate you guys. Live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Right now, I'm Facebook. I'm on my personal as well as my personal as well as our business page for Alpha Flow Trader, because you know with Meta, it's we don't want to broadcast to nobody. So and also too, just for some of my friends, you know, we talk about a lot of this stuff offline, or those that really know me know that this is what I've been doing for a while now, and it's just kind of cool for me too to kind of share it with you guys, just because it's something that, especially with the tools that we've created, it's something that really anybody can do. I say anybody, not anybody, but most people can do it. But yeah, guys. So yeah, so recap today. Steve took a gold loss and ES. I took a Russell and ES. But if you were with us through the whole thing, and I'm going to clip it, and we're actually going to make a reel from it, because right before both the trades that we both took, you heard us say something to the effect of why we should not take the trade. Not only was the our own AI signals that we created graded as poor and weak, so it was the 2 worst signals you could get, on top of some other confluences, which we'll show in the highlight video. So one of those ones where you're just like, wish I wouldn't have, you know what I mean? But that's part of the game, man. You journal it. Another thing, if you're trading, man, journaling, super important. And that's where you make that note, say, yep, took an L, but knew better, you know, and it just helps you just eliminate those things. It's never gonna be perfect. You're always gonna make mistakes, but you can eliminate a lot of that stuff just by noting what your mindset was at the time that you took the trade. Not just if it won or lost, but right, like noting what was your mindset. You're like, well, I was definitely not convicted on it. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So. Oh, you're good, man. You're good, Padre, man. Good luck on the test, bro. I'm sure you're gonna kill it. Is it to get them students into this trading, bro? They say, "What are you doing?" I say, "Oh man, I'm just banging some trades over here." Mm-hmm. What are y'all doing?
What is my mic on?
Yeah. Yep, you're good.
All
right. But yeah, new followers, we appreciate it. If you're just joining us, a couple trades, have not taken a winning trade today, but it's okay. I think we were on a crazy 8 out of 10 winning trade streak before this, so as a baseball guy, I'll always reference baseball. I'll take our batting average right now over just about anybody in the league. So, well, now we did. Now we did have a. Let me pull up the Dow trade that Dev took. So
Oh, yeah, we did have one
yeah,
FOMO trade.
yeah, we did. So just to make ourselves feel worse, we'll also clip back to this winning one with Devin's screenshot where he said just made 540 off this weak signal. So yeah, and you see this is a huge just move down here on Dow. Give it a second. Let our software load up. There it is. So you see here, it got called here. It was a poor signal, right? You see poor, and it tells you why it's poor. That's what our tool does. It breaks down every trade for you, so you don't have to. You can get all the confluences on one screen. So anyway, so it calls the signal. Devin jumps in. Really didn't see red, quite honestly.
No.
Like it was a great trade. Didn't see red. Boom, boom, boom. Comes up here, wicks right at the TP1 right there at the next level, the key level at S4, and he's out of there for $540 profit. So shout out Dev. That's what's up, man. It's Padre said we got it playing out loud. Let's go. So yeah, so definitely winning trade there. We just took the wrong instrument, you know. And like I said earlier, we had our reasons to avoid that trade that we'll talk about in a recap later today. But yeah, so it go, and no worries. On to the next. All right, well, crude is not going to get anywhere where we want it to get. So we'll jump back on Russ. Jump back on Russ and see what's happening there. Looks like it hasn't even loaded up yet, but it looks like it was fighting around S5. Yep. Still fighting right there. See, and then when we talk about these being extreme levels, look at this, y'all. Like, look on screen. This is a perfect example of what we're talking about. This is why this is such an institutional level right here. So yes, it's also got a prior low there, but that S45 was there. Look at what price is doing there. Yeah, it busts through, comes back, taps it, busts back up, comes back, taps it, taps it. So, yeah, these levels. This is why we trade these levels, right? It's part of the system.
Like it's motion short here
On S5?
on Russell.
Oh, on Russell, yeah. We need to add the S6.
Pretty much all the index. Yeah, right. Right. We need to add a 6 level. But pretty much
yeah. Definitely pushing down. What was that?
Definitely look like a bearish day. All the indexes are coming down. All right, coming down on CPI data, plus a little bit of this escalation news.
Yeah, yeah, and that's yeah, and I think we become numb to it. So like the news early on in the conflict, this is how the markets reacted to the news, right?
Yeah.
And then for the last while, they have not. So I'll say it, man. Like I did not. Yeah, I saw the tweet or whatever, but I just figured they're gonna make their little move and then they're just gonna continue on what they've been doing. And today's been different. Yeah, they are. We are full on sellers in control.
Yeah.
Which again, if you're using our tool to scalp, yeah. And right here, you're not seeing these signals, right? But look, let me show you guys.
So need to revert to the
yeah,
our little
you see these
scalper tool, huh?
You see these orange shaded triangles here that I'm hovering over. Let me make it for you guys better. So right there, just above my cursor there, you see that orange shaded triangle. That's what we have our AI built out to show that that's a market shift happening, right? But it doesn't necessarily call a signal. Sometimes I guess it could, but it doesn't call a signal. But look at that shift. So it shows it first. It senses it here. So if you really even want to go back up here, it senses the market shift down, 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 down. You could have just scalped a decent amount of money there. A little bit of tap up, market shifts again. You see the market shift indicator pop up, down, down, down. You see it reverse, get out there, you just scalp it again. This is just all on Russell.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I would just pick the bias, whatever is the current bias right now.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was in a downtrend, so all I wait for is just my downtrend shifts.
Yeah. So if you are scalping right there, you could have made your moves. Now, typically, you're scalping; those should be much shorter moves, and you're taking more of them, so you're putting more risk in the market. That's how scalping goes. But yeah, just kind of showing you guys how another way that, you know how they say like prescriptions, they have off-label use for prescriptions, like Ozempic was for diabetes, and then it became an off-label, it's for weight loss.
Yeah.
Right. So our indicator, man, on label is for these key levels.
Yeah.
But off label, it's a scalper too.
Yeah.
You know,
there's multiple ways to use it. Multiple ways.
So that's pretty cool.
You're a swing trader. You know, like the 5 minute is not for you. If you prefer, you know, your hourly chart, it'll spit out signals on the hourly chart. The hourly's been doing.
Yeah, I was there yesterday looking at the daily charts. All right.
Yeah.
I looked at a daily chart going back to July, and I saw some shorts get called on some stocks. And those shorts ran from July to December, dude. Like literally on the daily chart. So I think, and that's not something maybe we'll talk about more in the future. We got to really do testing and look at data, but good chance that there's a swing or longer term trade sort of function, right? Because we know like a day trading is not for everybody, man. A lot of people like swing trading. A lot of people like even longer than swing trade, like longer. I would even call the longest term swing trade like a several month trade. Still just a long swing trade, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, a lot of people prefer that. And we don't have enough data to say one way or another, but just preliminarily, like what I've been looking at, it looks pretty good for longer term trades as well. So maybe even better. We'll see. Now, of course, getting into the kind of trade is a whole different ballgame, right? The way you use margin and that, but you know, there's a lot of different ways to make money in this market. So we're not going to at least look into certain ways, especially with this tool.
Limit ourselves.
Yeah. The tool. I mean, yeah, and anything we talk about, would like, trust me, if you guys see anything that you see on our suite right now, we use literally it's what we use on a daily basis, every day, every night. Right? It's not like it's what we use. So if you see us start popping a Alpha Flow Trader swing on here, then know that we're also using it. You know what I mean? So we are the test subjects for you guys, right? Us, my kids. We've got a little group of test subjects. If you're new in here, Alpha Flow Trader, Tim and Steve here. We've got Dev in the chat, Dill in the chat. We're just some regular dudes at day trade. And over the last year or so, we've built up this suite of indicators, this indicator suite, and this AI machine learning powered suite that just makes it easy. It makes it a lot easier for people that thought they couldn't trade to trade. And then especially if you work with us on it, join us on our lives, you guys can definitely make some money and learn how, more importantly, learn how to fish on your own, right? That's the whole thing. We're not just trying to give you fish, man. We want you guys to learn how to fish. You know, the best case scenario for me, best customer lifetime story. Customer comes in, doesn't know much about trading, gets in, uses the indicator, builds confidence. That trader now doesn't need anything. Maybe he still keeps it now, maybe for the key levels or for, you know what I mean? Yeah. But guess what? He's going to know somebody else who probably feels how he or she felt. And now he can say, well, hey, here's how I figured it out. That's kind of the end goal for us, right? People, just regular people. I was in corporate marketing, digital marketing for 20 years. Steve has been an entrepreneur, owned a auto shop for years. So different walks of life. And here we both are sitting in a little trading lab, making money a few hours a day and just living our life, right? Now, is that to say like you're not going to become wealthy? To become wealthy, it takes long-term 3-hour every week, 10-hour every month, 20-hour every quarter, like, right? That's how it goes. But you can absolutely make a living and start building wealth by doing this 100%. Like I've said to my kids, I've said to several people, if I started trading, I'm not even gonna say my son's age, and at 18, 19 years old when he first started, right? At 21, 24 now. If I'd have started, I'll just even say 30. If I'd even started at 30, probably I'll still trade because it's easy and fun, but I'm retired right now. Probably. More than likely. So and that's just the truth. Like, so I'm playing catch up. You guys don't have to. Maybe some of you are. Great, it can help. Trust me. Yeah, corporate grind, corporate burnout, man. Here, like traveling tons, just executive meetings, leadership meetings, constant presentation, speaking engagements, speaking at conferences. To now, I get up excited, and not that I didn't like I like my jobs too at times, right? But now it's like you go to bed, and I can't wait for the next opportunity the next day, because it's opportunities that we get to just grasp on our own. And I'm not getting a text or an email or a Teams message telling me what I have to do. I have things I have to do, like everybody else. We all do, but it's just given us a lot of freedom, right?
Yeah.
Kids and grandkids. We both have grandkids. That's how we actually met, as our two of our grandsons, t-ball, right? So
You got a lot more garden time too. Work on your garden.
yeah. So as we start doing this, and today was a bit of a chaotic day, a bunch of signals firing, a lot of learning lessons. But as we have more downtime, we'll talk more about stuff like that. Yeah. So I started the garden, and it's crazy. I was talking about yesterday how my back was like just crouching down there, pulling weeds and stuff. Man, it's a lot of work. But we'll see. I'm hoping to become if trading don't work out, I'll just at least this summer I'll have vegetables for sale. You know what I mean? So
Alpha Flow.
yeah, Alpha Flow vegetables. Yeah, Alpha Flow Farms. Alpha Flow Farms not bad though. Get some eggs, get some eggs. Start selling rabbits for meat.
Yeah.
So a guy at my church, Keith, shout out Keith, man. He's our youth minister. Great dude. And he just recently moved up here, and he is building a rabbit coop. And so he's doing, because rabbits reproduce so quickly, as you guys know. There's plenty of jokes about that, right? Rabbits reproduce so quickly. And so I thought about it, man. I was like, dude, talk about a sustainable, just nonstop meat source, dude. So, and you take them, you harvest them at, like, I think he said 8 or 10 weeks or something like that.
Rabbits?
Yeah. Have you ever had rabbit?
No.
Bro, it's good. Yeah. I know my boy Padres had some rabbit. Oh, Alpha Flow Farmer, yeah. No, bro, a rabbit's good, dude. Like, it's very chickenish. Like, it's
really?
Yeah, it's good, man. I kid you not. But yeah, so me, man. I'm like, and we've already been talking about getting chickens, which I was like, part of that is, we'll have chickens for eggs, but I'm also gonna, like, once a month we having a meat chicken too. So we're always gonna have that one that's part of the gang, but he's like, he ain't gonna be around that long. You know what I mean? She ain't gonna be around that long. So, and the family was like, I don't know, no, Dad, no, Dad, or my wife, no, Tim, no. But yeah, I will do the eggs and eat a chicken at least maybe once a month. I don't want to I don't want to every 2 weeks be having out there dealing with the chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, the rabbit dude is just no brainer, because all they do is reproduce, and 10 weeks later you've got 10 more meat slabs. You know what I mean? So watch. I say that. Watch. Mess around. You guys are gonna see.
Yeah, you're gonna see.
I'll bring over some damn rabbit, egg, and cheese biscuits for breakfast.
Oh my god. So that Euro hit a TP1 as well.
Oh, let's see a trade off the signal that
we gotta start looking at. Euro, man. We don't pay too much attention to it. Don't give it too much airtime, but
natural gas maybe too.
Yeah, natural gas. I haven't looked at natural gas in a long time.
But yeah, so Euro. So you guys now see. So back to trading. You heard about our future Alpha Flow Farms coming soon, but yeah, Euro. We used to trade a lot, right? We used to trade Euro a lot. It was in our regular deck of instruments we would trade. Oh yeah, called it right here, TP1 right now, and it may still go. So you see our AI called the signal right here on Euro. There's your checklist showing you why it called the signal. It was also a weak signal, but a weak signal that hit TP1. So we had a TP1 winner on Dow off a weak signal now, and a TP1 winner off Euro on a weak signal, and then a couple losers as well. So yeah. So now on this Euro trade, if you're in this trade, two of my or three favorite words, risk-free trade, you've already hit TP1. Now you slid your stop here, 1.175 to break even. So, yep. All right. But yeah, back to the farm, man. Rabbits, man. Rabbit meat coming 2026.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Would you try it?
I tried.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm always open to.
If Steve gonna mess around and have a rabbit farm here by fall. He's gonna be making everything with rabbit. No more, it's rabbit tacos, rabbit.
I see a couple of them in my backyard.
I mean, wild ones probably are the best, dude. You know, no, I don't know. I think raising them, dude, they're just little. They're just a couple months old, man. They're probably just so tender.
Really?
I can taste it now. Sorry, PETA. We're not gonna get. If we got any vegans or PETA folks in here, I'm sorry, man. I love to just cook meat, man. Freezer full of meat, but yeah. So he's making a rabbit basically farm for just nothing but eating. So he's gonna eat rabbits and chickens, and I was thinking like that's not a bad idea, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how though. Like I say, if I get chickens, you get 5 or 6 chickens, 10 chickens, however many chickens you get, and I say, okay, well there's always gonna be a meat chicken or 2 floating in there that's gonna get popped out here and there. Like, how do you? I imagine me, man. I'd probably treat them the best, dude. They don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'd probably treat them the best. I'd be like, oh, dang, Henrietta, you get a little bit extra. Come inside and hang out with us for a little bit. Once you see that oven you're about to be in a couple weeks. No, but seriously, I would. Yeah, I've never. I mean, I've killed animals, right? Like, I've had to kill some animals in some situations. It just sounds like a craziest story for another day. But I've never had killed a chicken, but it looks super easy. I was at the Dominican at my barbershop. I go to the Dominican barbershop, I was telling you. And dude, my barber is literally on YouTube with his family in DR. And it's somebody's birthday, like his mom's birthday or somebody.
Yes.
Literally on the background, bro. He's like, oh, like he's got his thing there. I'm getting my hair cut. I can see his family. His family can kind of see him and me there in the picture.
Yeah.
Boom. Little kid. I just see a little kid chasing this little pig around, dude. Next thing I know, you just hear, where? And right there, I said, dang. I said, you know me. I was like, let's go. I was like, let's go. He's like, yeah, it's my mom's birthday. We're doing a whole pig on the thing. I said, let's go.
Yeah.
But probably the best ever too. I mean, versus like going and getting it from some garbage place, you know. But anyway, definitely no PETA highlights in this day's session. And the animal killing thing. So I'll just tell the story just because now I sound like I don't want you to think I was like a psycho killer out here killing animals. So I had a cat, man. He's 20 years old, and we were having a party at our house. It was kind of late. It was after midnight, and I guess he maybe got hit by a car somewhere else in the neighborhood, and then he just kind of somehow drug his way back up. Yeah. What do you say? Like, viewer discretion.
Yeah.
Anyway, he just drug himself back up. Wasn't great, and so yeah. But that was a humane thing. You know what I mean? A humane thing. But I just didn't want our people out there thinking like, oh gosh, this guy's out here. And I'll also say this: I don't hunt, but I love hunters. So my family hunts, and I have a lot of friends that hunt. I have a freezer full of deer and hog, right? Because I just love to cook it and eat it. I would hunt, but you don't have to when you have hunter friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have you had venison?
I've tried it. I didn't. That's not.
Do you have it like? How'd you have it? Was it like a steak or like ground?
Like a steak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had next time you come over, I'm gonna be like, hey, you have some of this filet, this sirloin. I bet you can't. No, you can definitely tell. You get the gamey, but the way I cook it, soak it in buttermilk too, takes out a lot of the gaminess, makes it more beefy.
Yeah, more tender.
And then I just
I think mine's the one I tried is kind of chewy.
No, see, dude, yeah. So backstrap or tenderloin, deer loin, you have to cook it like the same as you do. Like you want, like you eat your steak medium rare.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have
medium well.
Okay, yeah. So you have to cook your deer the same way you would, or it gets, because there's no fat in it, right? Like it's the leanest meat ever. It's super healthy because there's no fat. Like that's why a lot of people, you either cook it in some kind of fat or you wrap it in bacon, or when they make like the ground venison for chili and stuff, they mix it with like bacon fat because naturally, excuse me, naturally there's just no fat in it. Yeah. But all right. That's what happens, man. You miss a couple winning trades and you hit a couple losers, and then next thing you know, you start thinking about how you're gonna have to sustain your family with off the land for the next.
Yeah, we're having rabbits tonight, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Rabbits for the next 6 months, boys. Sorry, but all right, yeah, we only got a few minutes, man. We're about to jump out of here. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. Not as exciting as yesterday with back-to-back wins, just left and right, but a couple winners called out. Euro and Dow, a couple losers, ES and Russell. So yeah, all in all, it's a cool, good day. Thankful to be able to do it. And yeah, we'll chop up. We absolutely am going to chop up our loss highlight reel.
Anything we want to
Oh, yes, call out. Sorry.
yeah,
Yes, thank you, Steve.
see what's shaping up, what might be shaping up for this
So
afternoon.
I'll just load up first and let you run through it. So I'm going to load up ES and NQ, and then you can sort of just talk through what you're looking for in each one, and then we'll move on.
Yeah,
Give it give it 1 second for my
right.
for the software load.
You start with NQ.
ES or NQ, I have both on the screen. So real quick, Steve's going to call out what you guys can be looking for if you're looking for trades going into the afternoon or evening. All right. Yeah, go ahead and start with ES.
So for ES, I'm strictly waiting for it to come down to S5. If it comes down to S5, definitely would be interested in a signal there, S5, and then any reversal signal off of S5. For NQ, I think we've already blown through S5. I'm leaving it alone. I don't care what it does the rest of the day. But
okay, so yeah, you see, and what he's saying here, look, NQ's blowing through everything. So it's blowing through its extreme support here, blowing through VWAP and EMA. So NQ, no trade, ES, S5 down here.
S5, yeah.
All right. Go to Dow and Russ. Give me 1 second.
Russell. Had Russell been my first trade of the day, I wouldn't mind. Had I taken that loss, I'd still be looking at another. If it gives me another signal now off of S5, wouldn't blame you for taking it.
All right, and Dow. Oh, hold on. Actually, so hold on. Give me 1 second because Russ is just loading up, and I want him to be able to catch what he said.
I see it there on your screen.
Yeah, I'm going to stop. Or yeah, I'm going to, from now on, tomorrow, I'm just going to shift from one screen to another versus reloading quicker. Yeah, I don't know why this one's taking so long. There we go. Okay, so for Russ here said, if we hadn't taken the one that we probably shouldn't have there and waited for this, he said he would consider another S5 reversal up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's for Russell. All right, and now what about Dow?
Dow. Let's see what Dow's doing.
Same thing, maybe? Look for an S5?
Dow's already given us that one S5 TP1 winner. It's kind of just chopping now sideways. Dow, I would have just taken what it's given me already and
you just leave it alone.
A day on that one.
Okay,
yeah, that one I don't really see much.
So Dow, so we have ES. You're looking for S5, NQ no trade. Russ, you're looking for S5. Dow no trade.
S5 signal. Yeah, if Russell gives us a second S5 signal, I would have taken it. I would take it. Oil.
All right, so we'll pull up oil and gold as our last
gold on the last two charts.
Oil, I imagine we're looking for it to get up to that S5. R5, I mean, yeah. So it hasn't loaded yet, but it's up here at 102.50, right around here. Yeah, you see going oil on the left side. Steve's calling out for the. You see oil get up here to R5. Definitely start looking for shorts.
Yeah.
All right. And then gold still loading up here, but I think gold is maybe going to be an S5.
Gold has given us already a S4 and failed. Yeah, with gold, right? With it being so far away from S5, the only realistic, for me, it's S5 or nothing.
Yeah,
it will probably give us more signals off of S4 in the meantime. But
so all right. So for crude, we're looking for R5 up here for a short. For gold, maybe not likely, but only trade we'd look for is way down here at S5.
I think the most realistic ones that are within reach in the afternoon time or before close would be oil, Russell, and ES.
All right, so oil, Russell, and ES are what you guys are looking at. Oil up there at S5, ES down at R5, and Russell down at R5.
S5.
All right, S5. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you guys keep an eye on Russell, ES, and crude. If you're looking to it, avoid the lunch hour at all costs. I would advise that. So wait till at least after 1:30 or so. Yeah, and we appreciate the support, man. Like always, guys, really do. Glad Dev caught some winners today. We'll get back with you guys tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. Maybe a bit later, unless you see us sooner. All right. Anything, Steve?
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you guys. God bless. See you.